Alright. So, by the way, I logged out to mess with an add-on, and when I logged back in, I had a dialogue thing popping up here of Abyssian saying, "The Lifebinder is news of the Incarnates, and she requests our presence at the Sea of the Aspects. I will await you there."
These are trying times.
As you can see, Rathian and Sibelian are also ready. If the aspects of news of the Incarnate's actions, then the Black Dragonflight is prepared to answer the call. Come, they are eager to speak with us.
Be careful.
I hope this involves that cutscene I talked about.
The champion has arrived. Tell us what has happened.
We have received disturbing news. The Incarnates have attacked the Onaran border.
Again, no green Dragonflight representation here. Why? I don't know.
What is it you seek?
Though unclear, Iridikron's actions tell us there is a plan in motion. Come, let us discuss how best to end the terror that he intends to unleash against Azeroth. What news is there of the Incarnates? Ah, here it is.
You trespassing Shakar territory! Explain what you are doing here.
Can we get on with it? You said we'd find it here.
We have. From what I have transcribed, Neltharion had a hidden path to Avarice, just below this ridge.
Sealed beneath earth and water. Undisturbed for thousands of years.
Then let us open the way.
Rock, you will feast upon the elemental power below. Wake the elders from their slumber and incinerate any who stand in our way.
Exquisite. In his wake, the Drakthir will succumb to the temptation of avarice and unleash the Aspect's darkest nightmares.
Come, we have much to do. Let the children of Neltharion claim their birthright.
Why usher for rock below instead of going himself?
Iridikron has always had his schemes, but Farak has only sought out power. Whatever they seek will bring suffering to dragons and mortals alike. Abyssian, Sibelian, Rathion, we must call upon you to pursue him with the champion.
It will be done, Lifebinder.
We will ensure Farak's destruction.
Whatever it takes.
At first I was going to ask, why is she only asking these three? But then I remembered, oh wait, that's right, because this involves Neltharion and the Black Dragonflight. So yeah, of course they would all, the three of these guys would be very invested in this. If Farak is about to gain power from stuff that was Neltharion's.
Greetings.
Alright,
The
so that's
Red
what you said before.
Dragonflight will protect this world.
It is rare that I see our queen so unsettled. I believe the best chance we have is to continue growing our ranks. In my very soul, I know there are still members of my flight who are out there. I'm trying to remember what he... truly remarkable. Like, how many of you remember him saying that all the time back in Legion, right?
There is only one true timeline.
Seeing the past through Emberthal's eyes gave us insight into our lost brother. Neltharion pursued deeply misguided means to stop his foes, and now they have arisen. We will never forgive him, but his bloodline, that well, which we had believed so thoroughly poisoned, will become our greatest of strengths in the coming battles. That is not something I have seen in the Time Ways as the bronze aspect, but rather, it is rather something I feel as a fellow dragon.
Focus on the now.
It is good to see you.
I have read what I can about the Incarnates. Farak is every ounce as powerful as Iridikron, only lacking the discipline to focus that strength into singular goals. He would be just as happy burning his own followers down as he would our people. This will be a fight that all the Isle's denizens have a stake in. Earned from completing PvE activities in raids, dungeons, and the outdoor world, used to upgrade Dragonflight Season 2 equipment during that season. Interesting.
We must rise
The aspects have
above.
requested...
Do not underestimate the Incarnates. Fair skies and strong winds to you all.
Thanks, Alexstrasza. The aspects have requested our help. As protectors of the Isles and Dragonkind, we are more than willing. I must locate Emberthal and ask her to join. I believe I can recruit her to our cause as long as we remain committed to hers against the Sundered Flame in the future. Meet Sibeli and Rathian at the site of the Incarnate's devastation.
Aspects watch over you. I must recruit Emberthal to our quest. Wait for me at the entrance.
Why? Surely we four are more than enough.
I made a promise to her that we would assist each other in our pursuits.
Then make haste, Abyssian. We cannot let this incarnate slip through our grasp.
Oh, by the way, there was another quest that I picked up from our good friend Caligos, of all people. It's this right here, Farak's forces. It was his mirror image, and he was like, Champion, Farak and his Primalist allies have struck a dark bargain with the Jeriden. We have received word that their forces are assaulting the Dragon Isles in search of resources for some nefarious project. Please, Champion, find one of these suffusion camps and assist any of our allies that you can find there. Which apparently it's over here. And it looks like this is like a week-long thing, apparently. So we'll do that later. For now, like I said, I want us to go ahead and just keep pursuing the campaign, since I do feel like I am running behind. Hold on. Whee! I know there are some people that have voiced their displeasure with dragon riding. By the way, there's the visual glitch I was talking about. Look at my dragon. You see how it's glitching? That's the same thing I was seeing on the weapon enchantments I was talking about earlier. And gosh, Blizz, you gotta fix that. That's annoying to see.
We only want to examine that pile of ash, friend. No harm intended.
So it looks like this is the guy who encountered Farak earlier, Kassar. And he's got Baba and Radon. Hello. Hello there.
Stop wasting time, Rathian. The giant hole bored through bedrock should be our primary concern, while Abyssian forces us to wait.
These two descended upon me without warning, while I tended to my fallen comrade. If they are with you, then I am willing to lower my guard. Okay, so this isn't the guy. He showed up to, I guess, see to the remains of the guy we saw in the cutscene get completely incinerated by Farak. So
May your arrow always fly true.
Ah, perfect timing. It would seem my efforts to investigate the area are not welcome. Would you mind helping me straighten out this situation? Look at that. Rathian wants to be diplomatic, while Sibelian is like, forget being diplomatic. Let's just get in there and find him.
Learn from the past.
This centaur practically attacked us upon our arrival. He seems quite protective over this burning pile of ashes. I know you've worked alongside the Shakar before. Would you speak to him? I would like to confirm what happened here. There is no chance that this is all a coincidence. If it connects to the Incarnates at all, we must learn all that we can.
Until next time.
Yours is a most welcome face. Are these dragons with you? Well, more like she is with us, but yes. Very well. Let us talk. I may have need for your assistance again.
Hello!
So what happened here? There was a great calamity last night. I know not the cause of it, but the earth quaked like we have never felt before. All of us at Timberstep were accounted for, except for a single guard, Shalkeel. We sent search parties into the Mirewood, but found no trace of him. Not until this morning when I came to this cliffside. This is all that's left. A pile of ashes. I was only able to identify him by the engraving on his spear. Gosh, Blizz, fix your typos. I attempted to move the ashes, but they won't stop burning. I've never seen anything like it before. Our only option is to bury him here at the site of his death. I asked Rosha to aid me in the burial, but there are too many repairs to make in the village. Would you help me instead? Did you see anything else? Primeless. Many of them. A horde trampled their way through the canyon below and into that hole in the earth. The look on your face tells me that you'll be following their trail. I can only warn you to be wary and be prepared.
Get some rest.
The flames will not subside. The ash cannot be moved. He must be buried here where he fell, or his spirit won't be led to Onara. The pile of ash wafts pungent scents of sulfur and death up to your nostrils. Its flames refuse to subside. The only solace for the poor soul this ash used to be is that the overwhelming ferocity of their attacker ensured a quick death. The etchings on the spear tell us this warrior's feats, as well as his name. A Shakar spear that's been thoroughly singed. Its wielder must have dropped it before being fully engulfed in flame. The only identifiable marks are the artisan tier etchings of the Centaur language upon the shaft.
And you are?
Abyssian dawdles while the Incarnates breathe destruction on our land. I tire of waiting for him to arrive. Have you learned anything, Sibelian? The tunnel beneath us was recently bored, so recently, in fact, that I can still feel the heat coming off of it from here. There are also impressions of ice and earth on the edge of the cliffside. It's as if the ground itself has been manipulated and turned into pure element. There's no doubt this is the work of the Incarnates.
I will claim my rightful place.
I have been expecting you.
I think that is the new dragon that we are going to be getting here for the dragon riding. Looks pretty cool. Apparently that's what we're going to be getting when we get to the brand new area that we are on our way towards. I begin to see why Farak was sealed away. Your assistance, as always, has been invaluable.
We can only assume this brutality was the work of Farak.
Shalkeel deserves to be seen off
I will
properly.
leave you to it, my friend. Take what time you need.
Sorry, I spoke over
This
him.
tunnel is massive. Was it just for Farak, or did he bring an army with him?
And he seems to be wasting no time now that he is free.
We wait upon Abyssian, then.
I want to dress his burial area and say a few words. I know your time is precious, but would you take the shovel and bury his ashes while I perform the rites?
I shall join you next time, perhaps.
I brought a shovel, but I find myself quite fragile. Would you mind taking this burden? Of course. Shalkeel was a true master of the spear, prodigious even. It is fitting that he ensured his weapon's safety even when confronted by death. His skill was born of all things from his uncertainty. Uncertainty of his martial aptitude, of his ability to protect our home, and of the admiration his loved ones gave. Ever relentless training allowed Shalkeel to hide from those that cared for him. It made him as great as he was lonely. If only you had known how welcome you were. Was the thought of opening up to friends more frightening than a fight with the incarnates? I'm being unfair. You fought for our people, even when you could not do so for yourself. That was how you showed your love, and I will question it no further. Brave Shalkeel of the Shakar, let the strength of your spear and the howl of your companion fill you with pride. Pride and peace. Goodbye, my friend. Aww. I'm guessing Radon may have been the companion of Shalkeel. Just laying next to the burial site. Oh, that's so sad. Oh.
Welcome!
I wish I could compensate you for this act, but I have no diplomatic medals or legendary weapons to bestow. Just know that I could not have shouldered the weight of this day alone. A heart hollowed by loss takes time to fill again. Be well, and thank you.
Fight with fury, then rest.
You dare to steal from my crucibles? I am coming for you, little worms! You will perish in flames!
Okay. So we actually got a neck piece out of that, which can be upgraded, actually. Huh. Lots of haste, but a lot of mastery, and, well... Maybe when it's upgraded, but at the same time, it's like, eh. Mastery is, of course, not a big deal when it comes to demon hunters. At least it used to be that way. I don't know if it's changed, but...
You seem familiar.
The Centaurs reported Primalist forces pushing into the underground after Farak changed the situation. Rathian and I believe that it would be a tactical mistake to dawdle here any longer, waiting for Abyssian and his protege to arrive. We still wish for you to join us. If you're ready, then we three should proceed together. Have a smashing good time. Stonebreaker.
My wits are my own. Every moment we delay works to our foe's advantage.
By the time Abyssian finds his Drakthir friend, the Primalists will have completed their schemes.
Well, okay then, here we go.
See, Rathian? They have been marshalling a defense while we tarried. Rathian!
Did you hear that? A voice.
Rathian! Pay attention!
Yes, of course. These Primalists do not stand a chance.
There are quite a number of them. Let me know when you are ready to discuss a plan, champion. Come now. Speak.
So, what's the plan, Sibelian?
Mistakes keep low. We have not been spotted.
I usually prefer the stealthy approach as well, but now is the time to let dragons be dragons. Remind these weaklings who they are dealing with.
Rathian, no! You are just going to...
Going to terrify them? Make them reevaluate their life choices? Agreed.
Ha ha! I knew you order-addled fools would come! remember the name Lorak. I ensure these caverns will be your tomb!
You think dragons fall so easily?
Stop! He is baiting us, Rathian!
Oh, that blasted... We have lost the element of surprise. Champion, take on the ground forces, and I will support you from the air.
Okay.
I need a target.
I thought you said you were going to support me from the air. I'm not feeling much support from you, Sibelian. Is this to get back at me for supporting Rathian instead?
I need to target something.
Just because I'm wearing the title of Agent of the Black Prince doesn't mean all of a sudden you gotta stop backing me up here, okay?
Well, stop your showboating. Fall in line and listen to my strategy.
Your endless whining about a
I'm out of
strategy
range.
will not win you the throne.
This is not exactly the best of times to be, arguing about the throne.
Let us take this lackey out together, champion.
I don't have a target.
Stay back, old man. Allow me to clear the way for you.
Thank you, Rathian.
Insufferable.
Hey, at least he's helping.
I need to get closer.
Unlike you, mister, I'm just gonna chill and outland the whole time.
I'm out of range.
Again, I apologize for the way that my keyboard kind of interferes with the sound. I wonder if I can put that on the auction house or if I can actually put that in our guild bank. See if one of our alchemists can use that.
Dragonflight with fire? How cute.
Indeed. Their grasp of effective stratagem is only surpassed by yours, Rathian.
Abyssian, can you show up and help kind of put these two in line, please? I'm missing you, friend. Especially with the two of them arguing.
Now, shall we kick the braggart off his walking mountain of mud?
This filthy fool seems to be the only one left standing against us. Should we not have some fun? Lord Brock was unconcerned, but I knew you'd follow. I am a planner. I am prepared. Why?
I need to get
You
closer.
Die! Killing you should. This is the part where you die. Attack them.
No, that's your part.
Plan for this.
Yeah, you didn't plan for a demon hunter like me to kill you.
Muck in my boots. Disgusting.
I must admit, Rathian, you acquitted yourself well in the fight.
Well, thank you, Sibelian.
Once we have dealt with this flame incarnate, I will be sure to find a place for you among my troops.
Your troops?
Sibelian!
Oh, that's not good. What was that? Oh boy. Hi.
That'll do it. The key is to bonk them in just the right spot with a 10-ton crystal. Oh, my joints will be hurting later tonight. Anywho, you look like you're new around these parts. Welcome, Uplander. I'm Honeypelt.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Honeypelt.
You're an Uplander, aren't you? You've gotten yourself into quite the bind. Would you like some help?
If you wouldn't mind, it's a little cramped here.
You smell full of adventure.
To say you smell lost is an understatement. Yeah, no kidding.
Sniff out good escape routes.
Ain't nothing to be afraid of down here. I mean, except the big old deep flayers. And the killer snails. And the poisonous spore bats. Maybe the falling rocks too, but those aren't a problem if you can burrow in the dirt. I can't do that. Would you mind getting me out?
Good luck hunting beasties.
Have you seen these deep flayers before? Well, of course you have. You were almost eaten by one. They're getting a little too cozy to me and my people's settlement nearby, and need to be dealt with. Inside the cave, outside the cave, they're all over the place. That's why I came here in the first place. Since I can tell that we'll be rambling around with each other for a bit, why not give me a hand?
I can't wait to smell your next adventure.
You're smelling real down and out there, kid. Can't imagine what you've been through to end up here. Well, it don't matter. We niffin ain't the sort to leave anyone behind, especially not by people who are about to be served up as a deep flayer snack. This master sniffin' snout of mine can smell you didn't come down here to our Zarelek Cavern alone. Let's say we get you out of those crystals and find your friends.
Always be prepared. Don't worry, I've got excellent control of my claws. It's my eyesight that's never been good.
Oh boy.
There you go, Uplander. What say we go find those friends I smell on you?
Well, okay then.
Hello, Uplander.
Can you lead me to my companions?
Shouldn't be a problem. They may be out of sight, but very little escapes this nose.
It's too far away. I need a target.
Here. Can you deal with these deep flayers? I'll need the space to sniff out where your friend is.
I'm out of range. I need to target something first.
I need a target.
Love those deafening roars that basically just silence you.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Oh no! Your friend was dragged off by a deep flayer! This way! Not here either. Just more deep flayers. Take care of them so they can't bamboozle my sniffer.
Bamboozle my sniffer. Alright, it's all clear, honeypot. I'm honey pelt, excuse me. Look, it takes me a while with names for people I've just met.
Oh, I got it now. Your friend spends a lot of time trying to smell nice, doesn't he?
That's gotta be Rathian.
Oh, there we go. Smells like spices and expensive oils, with just a note of flap sweat underneath.
Champion, get me out of these blasted crystals. They are blocking my ability to transform. Behind you, those foul creatures are back.
Just relax and let your friend the Uplander protect us.
Thank you, my friend. I normally do not fall prey to such creatures.
Oh, stop it, Rathian. Now, where is Sibelian? Oh, he's out here.
I just expected more after listening to you boast about how you slew N'Zoth single-handedly.
Excuse me,
It's a
Rathian?
team effort. Something you are incapable of understanding.
We are the Black Dragonflight. That means something. Neltharion would never have fallen to such a foe.
Comparing yourself to Daddy Dearest? You have shown your true colors if that is your aspiration.
Father? Wait. Father. Yes. I knew that relic back there looked familiar.
Are you walking away from me? Two can play at that game. If you need me, champion, seek me over there.
Oh my gosh, you
Those two
two.
remind me of my cousins. They couldn't stand each other either. I'd use them to flush out bone spiders with their bickering. Well, Uplander, I could use some assistance. I figure since I saved your sniffer, least you could do is help me with some hunting.
Oh, if I must.
Well, aren't you just the most aromatic thing? Good luck hunting beasties.
Did you make friends with any of the flayers? Ha, just kidding. That was a joke. Please don't try to do that unless you want to become some super tasty snack.
I can't wait to smell your next adventure.
I told you we'd sniff out your companions, though it seems like they're carrying a lot of dirt on their backs. The figurative kind, I mean. Anyway, if you're willing to pay back the favor of me rescuing you, I've still got some business here.
Always be prepared for monsters.
I didn't just come all the way out here to save your sniffers, you know. The deep flayers are vicious and stubborn like obsidian ore. We've tried to lead them from our town by leaving out food and such, but they're all too keen to attack our sparrow caravans. It's the biggin ruling over them that'll be trouble. Want to pay me back? Let's you and me and your cologne-scented friend hunt it down together. I've got the perfect bait that we can use too.
Sniff out good escape routes. Well, let's get going. I've got the most stinky bait. It'll be perfect.
Before we start, I know my relationship with Sibelian is certainly strained, but our behavior back there was out of line. I think it is this place. Something out there is testing my mental defenses, worming its way through my mind and keeping my teeth on edge. I will speak to Sibelian about the outburst in my own time. Things are never simple with him. You both have my apologies.
It's alright, Rathian.
You boys just need to sniff it out. Words can hurt, but the nose never lies. Well, it does if we set a trap with these chunks of meat. The big and deep flayer we're after will be lured into our ambush by the smell.
All right. Come and get it. This beast is huge.
I am definitely getting too old to do this solo. Let's take a breath and regroup.
Rathian said, fantastic! I needed to blow off some steam.
Well, there is a familiar scent.
Eesh, certainly wasn't no lack of fight in that one, was there?
Good. You did a good job with that big fella, Uplander. Why don't I show the cologne wearer here how to dress a deep flare?
I'll have you know, I am quite the outdoorsman. I could prepare this fellow with my eyes shut.
I was waiting for Rathian to start interacting with Honey Pelt here. Where he's just like, excuse me, I will have you know. And I love that she keeps calling him the cologne-wearing one. And he's like, excuse me, could you lay off on referring to my cologne? I'll have you know, it's actually quite good, thank you.
It seems our fates are intertwined.
By my scales, I needed that win. That blasted incarnate swatting us like flies did a number on my ego. And I assume Sibelian feels no different. As infuriating as I find his lack of humor, groaning voice, and ugly shoes, I would ask that you check in on him. He is still family, after all, and I do not wish him to become dinner to these deep flayers. Meet Honeypelt and I outside these dreadful nests when you finish up with Sibelian.
Every action has consequences. You stand before the Black Prince.
Excellent move back there, by the way. You do not be shy. I saw how you tossed a new technique or two at that ferocious beast. Impressive as always. Do you have any compliments for me?
Never let your guard down.
I'll get back to you on that. Wait, where are you going? Like I said, I'll get back to you on that later, Rathian. You did want me to check in on Sibelian, after all. Okay, Sibelian, what was this relic that you were referring to a moment ago?
This certainly looks like one of Father's gadgets.
What, this thing? I mean, this was one of those things that actually seemed like some kind of audio log from that cave earlier on the Forbidden Reach, but...
You stand before the rightful heir.
I could hear you and Rathian's yapping from all the way over here. If you have finished with all that, why not take a look at this?
I am the future of the Black Dragonflight.
Do you see this odd chunk of metal in the deep flare muck? I felt my head swimming since we arrived in these caverns. I thought it was just the ceaseless prattling of our whelp, Rathian, but this object here may prove otherwise. I will continue my efforts to unlock this relic's secrets, seek out similar pieces in the nearby caves. dark theory is emerging, though we will need more information before I am willing to confirm it.
Very well. We will meet again later. Wait, champion. Before you go, I feel I must apologize. My temper got the best of me a moment ago. In truth, I reminded myself of my father in that moment. But that is not who I am. Something about this place is causing me to lose focus and become distracted. That is how Farok was able to defeat us so easily. I will not let that happen again. Rathian, as brash a fool as he is, did not deserve my ire. Neither did you. Please forgive my reaction and let us continue as companions.
Very well. I accept your apology and forgive you, Sibelian. We will find out what's going on in this place to cause you both to be acting so... Oh, what's the word I want to find and use here? I guess disruptive, for lack of a better term. I'll probably try and think of a better one, but... If you think something here is causing you guys to act out of the normal, then so be it. What? What? Hey! Excuse me! Do you mind? Oh, that's right. Honeypelt did mention poisonous snails. A Sunderflame scout lays dead, slain and feasted on by the nearby beasts. Their hand rests on a conspicuous button connected to the relic.
I can't let the experiment loose up the... I broke my promise to...
More of these Neltharion audio logs, it seems. This relic has clearly been mauled by the Deep Flayers, who take what parts of it still seem undamaged for Sibelian to find use for. Can I fly in this area? I can. You prod, but the relic seems inactive. You eventually reveal a small slot. Within the slot is a series of buttons, each with a unique symbol. Sibelian wants to know about this. So this is the cavern area, as you can see here.
Tell me of Azeroth.
A dead scout for the Sundered Flame near one of the relics? That is no coincidence. Abyssian told us that they were pursuing clues left by Father. I must admit that this relic and the ones you described finding look quite familiar to me. Familiar and familial. It stirs my insides.
My return was... perfect. Thank you, champion. These spare parts are just what I need. And a hidden slot with buttons, you say? Here it is. The faded symbols on the buttons. They are draconic. Oh! What is this now?
My ambitions were far greater than my capacity to control what I had created. Oh, Aberrus, my beloved laboratory. I must leave you to the dust and ruin of these caverns. May my kin never find what I have attempted here.
Father, what is Aberrus? What horrors have you unleashed upon us this time? Can I trust you?
Father, Is there no end to your senseless schemes? Your very presence? Even now can feel you cackling at me from beyond the grave.
I will
Seem
claim
that there
my
is-
rightful place.
It seems that there is truly no end to Father's secrets. I must have time to think on this. Meet me in Loam, where Honey Pelts hails from. She offered us respite there while you were still in the cave. I would only ask that you check on Rathian. He may be a ceaselessly buzzing pest. Yes, but these recent events force me to admit I do care for his well-being too. There are only so many black dragons left. We must look out for each other.
I am the future of Take Care. I will wait for you along the path to this Honey Pelt's home. Aberus. Father, what have you done down here?
I have a feeling we are going to find out at the end of the raid. Well, seems you two decided to make use of this thing, right?
Is there something you wish to discuss?
Is that depressing lump of mood Sibelian all right? What? Oh, what? I care enough to at least ask about him.
Every action has consequences.
I smelled you weren't a bad sort from the start. A little sweaty, but not a bad sort. Consider this your personal invitation to Loam, home of the Niffin. Let's all meet just outside the entrance. That way I can give you and your pals the proper Niffin welcome. And they are, of course, the new faction that we will be getting a reputation with.
I can't wait to smell. We'll be eating good tonight. Young man, would you help an elder carry this ton of meat to her wagon just outside the nests?
It would be my pleasure. Are these deep flayers what your people normally eat?
Oh no, the opposite usually. But someone needs to go and fight the horrors that prey on the people of my town.
I love that Rathian is already trying to befriend Honeypelt and their people. Like I said, we've already seen that Rathian has a tendency to want to be diplomatic and be like, oh, well, hello there. I would like to know more about your people. A dead solid flame was in the nest? It never ends, does it? The flame we can handle, but it would seem that what they are after, perhaps not so much. And apparently there is a glyph near the Flight Master here.
Hello, Uplander.
Are you ready for the greatest city under the sunny ground? We're ready to enter Loam.
Always be prepared for... Looks like the Uplanders you were waiting for have already settled in with us. Told you the Niffin were hospitable.
Oh hey, Emberthal. And Abyssian.
I am glad you are here.
It is lucky that the Niffin are such a welcoming and generous people. They have given us a place to recover and plan our next move.
The winds guide you.
It is good to see you are well. It is, if not a little worse for wear. That being said, can you believe this? An entire world existing right below us. Fascinating.
We'll find our fate.
Hello there.
Didn't see you there, buddy.
Welcome to Loam, Uplander, our shining smell of a city. Orantia, or Orantia, I think that's how it might be pronounced. Orantia is the name, and I'm the high redolence around here. Oh, look at that. That Volpera just set up camp here. That's smart. Which is just a fancy way of saying I'm the leader. It also means I'll be protecting my people from all the trouble that's been broken on through from above. But you know what? We've got time for all that later. Abyssian and Emberthal have already filled me in. So why not take a second to rest up on a soft patch of dirt?
Oh, I hate to see you go now. Let your nose guide you.
Alright, so we've already begun renown with the Loam Niffin. And now we can actually sniff treasures hidden within the cavern. That's funny. Uh-huh. So, this will be our new go-to place here. And it looks like in here, I believe, is where our... Yep, this is the new innkeeper.
See anything that
The new place where I'll be binding my Hearthstone.
Your nose?
By the way, if you're wondering, well, how do you get back up to the surface? Well, as you can see here, it looks like there are tunnels here for us to simply go back up to either the Azure Span or the Anaran Plains. And there are Flight Masters here, so we'll be able to do that just simply to go back up to the surface. So, just in case you're like, oh no, how do we get back? Don't worry. There's always going to be a way for us to get back. So, anyways. Looks like we've also got this place for the...
slept long enough.
Some of these crests.
In
And, of course, an item upgrade thing here. Okay.
Stay vigilant.
Number of different things that we have available for us right here. That's good to know. So anyways, we will continue when we return, and we'll probably be getting a brand new dragon to fly around on. Stay tuned.